There are 1 million mobile home residents residing in the state of California that require protection and also understanding from not only the courts but the general public about their very unique way of living.
What is unique about mobile home ownership is that you have the interests of two property owners, which are unfortunately, in many cases, too many cases, on a collision course.
These homes are often misnamed mobile homes, and in fact there's very little, if anything, that's mobile about them, and I think people often confuse a manufactured home with a trailer.
When you move into a manufactured home, by and large, you own your house, but you rent the land upon which it sits.
The risk for mobile home owners, of course, is that they have made an investment in their home, which far exceeds the amount collectively than most park owners have invested in the park. Homeowners are essentially captive consumers.
The rights of mobile home park residents have been whittled down over time. And unfortunately what it is, it's a reflection of a failure to appreciate that people who live in our mobile home parks are an important, vital part of our community.
I had always owned my own home, and I was my own boss, and I could do what I wanted with my property, and here I was coming in and having to rent somebody's piece of ground for my house that was going to be on it. The park owner sold it to a big conglomerate out of Chicago, and we were, as tenants, we just had to accept what had happened. In the meantime, the people in Chicago decided that they didn't want rent control for that park, and so they started finding reasons to sue the city to try to negotiate or to litigate, so that the city would have to put up a lot of money to fight for their rent control. Finally, at a point of our city council having to pay something like $700,000 for these suits, decided they just couldn't afford it anymore. So they made a deal with Sam Zill and his conglomerate, and it's made all of us suffer because we completely lost our rent control.
Mobile home residents are often outgunned. They are in an unlevel playing field situation because they don't have the money or the organized strength many times to stand up to very wealthy landowners who own the parks.
Well, I didn't think we'd have to fight to keep our mobile home, this is for sure. We've been trying to fight condo conversion over there for about 4 years now.
From the park owner's perspective, the principle behind condominium conversion in a mobile home park is that by recording a subdivision map, they give themselves the ability to essentially convert their rental park to a home ownership park.
Increasingly, it's been used as a tool for park owners to leverage their market power against residents and to force people out of rent control by converting the entire place to condos. And because the law is essentially silent on what kind of buy-in there should be from residents, that has given park owners the ability to force condo conversions, even though there may be very few or even none of the residents in support of the conversion.
Once they have recorded that map and begin to sell lots, rent control in the park begins to end. But more importantly, for those who are very aggressive about their investment in the park, it begins to shift the investment of the homeowners to the park owner. Because at the point at which a homeowner goes to sell his or her mobile home, the new buyer is going to be presented with the option of buying now not just the home, but also the space underneath it.
I definitely feel there's an imbalance of the park owners and the resident owners. The park owners have way more control than they should.
If we lose rent control, we will in effect lose the equity in our home. And if we lose the equity in that home, which will surely happen, and it's been proven it will happen if rent control goes away, I'm sorry.
It seems to me that the best way to resolve this issue is to have some form of local regulation over the economic aspects of mobile home ownership.
Homeowners need to know that when they invest in a home, as a very basic measure, that a park owner cannot, against the will of the homeowner, convert the park and change that ownership structure in a way that adversely affects their financial interests and their investment in their home.
I see firsthand the need and value of having an ordinance, because if it weren't for an ordinance, many areas of the state would be double, triple, or more rent. In order to preserve manufactured housing as a viable source of unsubsidized, affordable housing, we need these protections for homeowners.
When I look at the kinds of challenges that mobile home park residents are confronted, most homeowners don't have any idea about how fragile and how vulnerable the living situation is for people who live in mobile home parks.
If the local city rent control ordinances are declared unconstitutional, as has been the subject of many, many lawsuits over the last 15 to 20 years, then this affects affordable housing in all of its forms across the whole country, not just in this county, not just in this state, but across the whole country.